My name is Noah Ridge, and I remember at the beginning of the year, I walked into Thompson with a big smile on my face. I noticed everyone else smiling as well. I walk into school now, and those smiles are turning into frowns as all of this year's 8th graders graduate to Dobie, and will miss the days of Thompson. My teachers taught me many memorable things to help me with my future. Like Miss Gordon taught me PEMDAS for math equations, and Miss Bailey taught me King Henry died while drinking chocolate milk for metric conversions in science. I have very interesting memories from Thompson. Some were funny, and some were very sad. I remember when Miss Bailey had to have surgery for her head and missed about a month of school. During my time at Thompson, I faced very difficult challenges, such as STAR tests, class projects, and assignments. I also have challenges for Dobie and further on in life. I hope to receive many scholarships and be invited to a really nice college. I also want to get a job that is fun and I get a decent pay. These goals will most likely be achieved thanks to the inspiration of my teachers and parents. I will remember all of my teachers saying, "You can do it." First, I'll show you how I was an effective communicator. In Spanish, I needed to make a project with healthy food and drinks and unhealthy food and drinks. I went to the library to research this topic. I also interviewed several people. I completed this project with Glogster, an online tool, and presented the assignment to my class. I was able to effectively communicate through listening, speaking, reading, and writing. I had a math project, and I had to graph an equation onto a huge sheet of graphing paper. I solved the equation and then translated it onto the paper. Then I explained it to the whole class. I was able to effectively communicate my findings to the class. I also made a sort of newspaper article about a book I read, Full Tilt. I think it turned out really cool. I gave it a neat background with nice pop-up features. My favorite part was that it was on the computer. This is a great example of effective communication through the use of technology. Secondly, I'm going to show you how I was a quality producer. In social studies, I had to glue, color, cut, and highlight things into my notebook every day in class. I had to create visual dictionaries and notes about presidents and wars. It took the whole year, and it was a great example of quality work. The final product looks amazing. In science, each week, we are assigned a gizmo. In my opinion, gizmos are like doing mini science experiments on the computer. You just log on to a computer, complete the experiment, and answer the 5 questions following it. I produced over a dozen gizmos this year. I also took many math tests, and on most of them I scored high grades on. I used my skills from stuff we learned the 2 weeks before the test, and I had to use a formula chart, my brain, and even some notes. I used strategies learned in class to produce quality work on this test. I also contribute to society. For example, I am in the symphonic band, and I participated in every fundraiser we had, including the car wash, Gringos, Burritos, CC's cards, and even donating food and drinks for other future events. Through these activities, I was able to provide service to others and contribute to the quality of the band. As a member of the National Junior Honor Society, members are expected to volunteer services to others and the community. I took that to heart and began to recycle. I encouraged others to do the same. I also volunteered to sponsor a teacher during Teacher Appreciation Week. I honored Miss Hirsch with some special gifts. The canned food drive is another example. I donated cans from our pantry that we don't use often. I even bought fresh ones from H-E-B or Target. I hope that these food cans help the homeless and starving. These activities help me appreciate what I have and brought awareness of others less fortunate. I work collaboratively in band by participating in every concert or contest the band had. As first chair, I am a leader in my section. I practice my part to contribute to the whole group. Because of our group effort, we won several trophies, plaques, and medals. During my mythology project, I showed leadership by taking the responsibility of the research part. I demonstrated a contribution to the group because I put all the facts together in an organized way. Football was a fun team sport. Although I missed a couple of games and practices, I worked together with all the people on my team. This was my first year being on a football team, and I learned that each player has an important part of the group. Everyone has their positions to play to be a great team. In addition, I was a self-directed learner by becoming a literary lion. I put in my effort to read books and take tests on them, and succeeded in my goals of passing 150 points from so many tests. As the year went on, I showed progress to my points and got invited to a literary lion party. I chose to take pre-AP classes because I know that extra credit will lead to great success. This is a goal I set for myself. Staying on the pre-AP track will get me into the great college and give me a chance for more scholarships. The word tutoring to me means extra effort to make sure of your success. A goal of mine is to go in to boost up a grade or to ask for help. Thanks to tutoring, my progress is much higher than it was. Finally, I will tell you how I was a multifaceted thinker. At the beginning, we received a list of SAT words in pre-AP reading. I studied these words and apply them in my real life by using them in the real world. This has helped me make connections and understand the words even better. When my teachers give me information about history and when I identify it, I analyze it to help me with science and apply it. For example, weathering, erosion, and deposition can help me understand how a delta or canyon was formed. 1/4 of my family lives in Argentina and speaks Spanish, so I transfer what I learned in my Spanish class to real life with my grandparents. I am slowly learning, but I know a couple of words and sentences already. From here on out, I will no longer be a lion. I will morph into a longhorn. I only hope for the best. I know that high school is a tough mountain to climb, but with my skills and climbing gear, I have faith in myself that I can do it, right?
Oh, yeah.
I hope to get many scholarships, to get invited to an awesome college, and to get a great job. I believe that all my goals will be achieved thanks to my parents' dedication to helping me. I want everyone to remember me as the best baritone player from 2011 to 2013.